There we go. Aloha. Good afternoon, I think. 12:20. 12:20 on Aloha Friday. The first Aloha Friday of 2025. We started the day at 6 o'clock. And so far we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movements. Did some plastic. Did some lumber, we did a big box, we did a food distributor, but now we're going to take some stuff down to Pearl Harbor. 8th movement of the day. After we drop that off, we got a 9th movement going down to the Waikele self-storage. But this one's supposed to be in the yard. Pretty easy run, pick it up. Take it down to building 393 inside the Pearl Harbor shipyard. .393 is where they do all the receiving for container loads for the shipyard. And from there they have their own trucks that actually take it into the shipyard. So let's start the paperwork. We need a time, 12:20. 452,999. The container we're looking for is 273617. I think I see it right over there. Tape for. This is how the shipping terminal communicates to other people in the shipping terminal, I guess. What does it say? 12:3. To me, it seems like a big waste of tape. Hopefully it serves a purpose. This is my rubbish is where I throw all my garbage. End of the day, I clean it out. Harder than I thought it would be, but it's off the ground, so we can get it out and then I can stand up and do this. So yeah, we'll pull this out. We can walk all the way around it. Finish the pre-trip. The brakes are slowly releasing. There we go. Locks are locked, lights are on, latch is latched. Tires are inflated. Sounds like that air tank is still filling up. That's why it was so slow to release. So we started up the paperwork at 12:20 and we're leaving the yard at 12:30. Just going to take down this number real quick before I forget it. This is paperwork to prove that we pre-tripped the chassis. So I got to put the chassis number on it. MATZ 904 411 check 7. the Halava Gate, where we make our way onto the base, it's about 7 miles. I think my pass for the base expires at the end of this month, which brings up an interesting subject. All the hoops that we have to go through every new year. We have to renew our passes. In this case would be the pass to get on base. But at the beginning of every year we also have to turn in a driver history. We have to actually go down to motor vehicles and request it. It costs $7. And it tells the company any accidents you've been in, the history of all their history of driving in Hawaii. It'll list every accident that you've been involved in. And that's required every year. And then we have to go online, and they have this warehousing. I forget the name. But we have to give the company permission to go in and check our record on any DUIs that we may have had in our history of all of our driving. Every year we have to, that doesn't cost anything. We just have to go online, get a password, and go online and say, yes, I allow my employer to look at my record. That has to be done the first of every year. Of course, this is the year that my driver's license expires, so we're going to have to renew my driver's license because I hold every single endorsement, including hazmat. We got to jump through that hoop. So the endorsement thing's no big deal. All I do is retake the basic test. I think it costs like $20 or $10, whatever it is. 20 questions. Very easy. I don't even have to study for that one. The hazmat, on the other hand, is like reading a foreign language. Unless you are fluent in that language, which I'm not, you have to study. And I study by taking practice tests. And you can go online, there's all kinds of books. You just spend an hour doing practice tests, and then you go and take the hazmat test, and that's renewed. But they can't give you a hazmat endorsement until you've had an FBI background check. So now you got to go down to an office in town. Where is it located now? I'm not even sure. Oh yeah, it's in town. It's on Richard Street. They haven't moved. So you got to find this office. It's the same exact office you go to get your TWIC card. Transportation Workers Identification Credentials. So while I'm getting the okay for the hazmat, I'm also going to renew my TWIC card, which also expires at the end of this year. Which gets me on to all the shipping terminals. Shipping terminals, it's all Coast Guard, so you need a TWIC card. Military base, it's Department of Defense, so you need a DIBITS card. So we got to do that too. Do I have them all? Oh no, my DOT physical expires this year too. I think that's in May. So got to go down and let the doctor check me out. Listen to my heart, check my reflexes, bend over and cough, that kind of stuff. Turn your head and cough. Checking for hernias. So you do that every 2 years, and that expires this year too. So that's kind of what I got scheduled this year, a whole bunch of hoops to jump through. And my wife still asks me almost every day, you sure you want to retire? After you do all that work? Yes, I do. Anyway, making our way to Pearl Harbor. 1 mile down, 6 more to go. building 393 here. Back the trailer up to a ramp. There's a ramp right behind it. Looks like it's got some big HVAC type equipment inside. Air handlers. Check in with dispatch. Hello. Bobtailing inside Pearl Harbor. Chris. 1 o'clock. Headed to Mission. We can make our way off base and head over to the shipping terminal Sand Island. We're going to pick up a 45-foot container with some novelty products inside. We'll take it out to the self-storage facility at the Waikele Caves. Our 9th movement of the day, and it's a little after 1 o'clock. 10 minutes after 1. In front of you there on the right, with the orange-yellow blossoms, that's a mango tree. And the pollen from a mango tree, to me, is like pepper. When it starts to bloom, my sinuses go berserk. And that'll happen probably next month, if not before. Whole island gets covered with it. I almost have to take medication. There's been times when I can't breathe. I basically have to take something. Get that inflammation to go down. It's quite bad sometimes. Luckily we have trade winds and it rains quite a bit, so that tends to keep the pollen at bay, but sometimes I go through areas where it's just like sniffing pepper. Everybody's affected by it. My wife isn't, but man, I am. So when they ask if I ever have any allergies, I always say, no, not really, but I do get affected by the mango pollen every year, so maybe that's I don't know if that's an allergy or not. It kind of sounds like one. Anyway, making our way off of base, headed back towards Sand Island, pick up our next movement. Yeah, I was here earlier, there weren't any chassis available, but this time around we found a chassis, we found our container. Now we just got to load it on the chassis. And then from here out to the White Kelly Caves is about 14 miles. Ninth movement of the day is 2 o'clock, 1:40. We're just gonna get the pins locked down here while we wait. There we go, made our way into the White Kelly self-storage, sometimes referred to as the caves in White Kelly. Valley at a garment distributor. So we still got a little bit of time. It's 2:26. Shipping terminal closes at 3:45. Gives us like an hour and 20 minutes to get one more done. Making our way to Halava, which is about 8 miles from here. 9 miles. There you go, it's almost 3 o'clock. We made our way up here to the Halava Valley. Ivanna Street. Pick up this empty 40-foot container. Just gotta make our way out of the driveway here. It's got a bit of a hump. And a hard right turn. Many times there's cars parked right where that tree is on the right there, making it a little bit tight. Sometimes there's cars parked directly across the street too, and that makes it even tighter. But today we got lucky. We can actually make the right. A lot of times you have to go left instead because of the way the driveway is located right here on this bend. Now and then you catch a break, because if we went left we'd have to go all the way up to the end of the road, turn around and come back down. There we go. Because of the steep driveway you got to go real slow. You can easily tip this container over coming out too fast. There we go. Making our way to the shipping terminal. From here to there, 7 miles. We got 45 minutes before they close. I think that makes this the 10th movement of the day. I've lost count again. Making our way to the shipping terminal. That's it. It's 3:50 on Aloha Friday afternoon. Time to shut it all down. This weekend, but we're working tomorrow morning on some sports photography. We're doing T-ball over in Kaneohe. That's how every New Year starts, T-ball. At least for us. So that'll be fun. We haven't done any sports photography in over a month. I don't think I've done any since I came back from vacation. No, I did. We did do 2 days. Hey. So we came in at 6. We'll be out of here by 4. We did 10 container movements. We drove 124 miles. Not bad. So yeah, the New Year's, the first 3 months is when I try to spend as much time as possible taking care of the truck. So I'll spend as much time as I can, and then when I get to a point where I can't get something fixed, then I'll take it to the mechanics. But there's lots of little things, like the seat squeaks at times, and the clutch. I'm sure you've noticed the clutch. And there's just little things that are rattling. You know, I got a deck plate behind here that's rattling. That whisker mirror in front there, that thing rattles like crazy. This mirror rattles like crazy. And I don't understand why there's such a big gap in the door. So when you're on the highway, the door shakes. And so I don't know if it's missing insulation or if the latch has probably been, I'm guessing it's this thing here. The latch is too far out. You can see how it's worn. So I don't know if there's anything that can be done. Just for the light. So yeah, stuff like that. There's a bunch of little things. I want to take the radio out. The radio, anytime you turn the key off, shuts down completely. So you lose all your stations. So I'll see if I can get that fixed. Work on the AC a little bit, see if I can make it a little cooler. Put in a fan. I miss my fan. I still haven't done that. So yeah, lots of little projects. So when I came back to the yard, like today, I could be working on it for an hour or so. And so we'll do that for the next couple of months here. See if we can get the truck running better than it ever has. We're gonna head on home. It's Friday. We're gonna make some fish tonight. And we got this, why can't I remember the name? It's a white fish. It's freshwater. It comes from Asia someplace. Starts with an S. It's the one they sell in all the restaurants. But it's very inexpensive. It's very firm, and I'm gonna bake it tonight. Do it a little bit different and see how that turns out. So we're gonna bake it on a pan, but we're gonna cover it with foil, but we're not gonna enclose it so it won't steam. It's gonna get crispy on the bottom and then nice on top. And so we'll make that with some rice and mixed vegetables, as in onions, mushrooms, carrots, and probably peas. I'm trying to think what I got in the fridge that I haven't eaten yet. Yeah, peas and carrots. Peas and no. Oh, I should make a salad. I finished the last of the salad. So salad and fish is what I got to make. Everything else is leftovers, pretty much. The mixed vegetables, that's just throw it in a pan. But yeah, that's it. Headed home. Another week, another year. Thanks for watching. Aloha.